We'll just say, we'll just pick up from right here. How about that? All right, so today's what we got going on. I'm working on this Ford Taurus again. I still have not figured this out. I'm almost embarrassed to say it. That's why it's been a little while. But I will say this. It's driving me crazy. And I had another gentleman on here wanted me to do a video. He's having some similar issues, so hopefully he'll get a chance to check this out. So I'm going to do a pretty in-depth, thorough overview of what's happening. So just bear with me. I'm going to get my stuff together. I've got pages of printouts here. What's probably going on. I did my research today, trust me. I'm going to get this figured out one way or another. But this vehicle is about driving me crazy. Let me just show you what I'm working with right here. As you can see, I have really got some info for you guys. And it looks like we're going to be going over this together today. If you want to tune in, help me figure this out. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let me go ahead. I'm going to grab my few things I need. I'm going to... basically, what I have going on is this. This Taurus runs great, okay? Don't have any problems with it, really, other than a couple issues, which just really bugging me more than anything. So it's a slight surge where it'll just kind of be like, like it's just such a crazy deal. And it's only on startup. I did have another problem recently that was different, that I'll go into that here later. But right now, we're going to stick to what we're talking about, and that's basically, if you have these codes here, you're going to want to watch this. So P0174, P0175, P0172, P0171, any type of lien condition, P0136. Also, that's my major issues, P0316. Yeah, complete pain in the butt. But this basically is going to go over everything. There is an update with the programming. But I think that's going to be my issue. Y'all can see what this is right here. I think I finally figured it out. Maybe. So I hate saying anything doing it for sure. Hang tight. Let me go ahead and get what I need situated, and we'll get right back to work. Give me 1 second. Like my new little prop I got going on. All right, got to get my little drink started today. It's going to be a long one, I got a feeling, on this Taurus. So give me 1 sec. All right, so this is interesting too. We have, this is one of the confirmed fixes. Replace the intake manifold runner, tuning valve, IMTV seal. Had multiple misfires at startup. DTCs included P0171, multiple misfires and oxygen sensor codes. I don't have all that, so I don't know if this is my issue, but thank you, Jack. Good guy right here. Seems to know what he's doing. So this is the cool part about having this program I use. It gives you a lot of nice information into some insight on what could be happening. But if you have, let's go ahead and start the vehicle. I want you guys to hear what the main issue is real quick, and then we'll go from there, okay? I'm gonna start it up. I want you guys to hear why. Yeah, this has been driving me crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I kind of just gave it a break for a while. So I tell people, I had a professor one time, was real smart. He said, something's driving you crazy, take a break, tie your shoelaces. So in other words, take a break, come back to it. And that's what I'm doing. So we're back to it. Just because I had a customer bring it up the other day from one of my videos, and I said, why not? Let's get down and see what's going on. So this is what's happening. We'll start this up. I haven't started it all day. Actually, in a few days, I don't think. Just see what it does, okay? So, like I said, it runs like a top for the most part. There you go. Every time, it's a little droom, droom, and then it just kind of evens out, okay? And this is driving me insane because I don't know any other way. Now, it'll continue to do it once it gets warm. Let me tell you something. So there's no engine light usually associated. If I get out I'm gonna get on my really good scan tool here, and we're gonna get down on this guy. But I got enough paperwork, probably about $10 worth of paper I had to print off right then. Sorry about that, Earth. But pop this trunk, hood, and let's see what's happening. Oh yeah, too. Check the video for the window. If you have a window issue, let me know. Stupid vehicle. That happens all the time. I had another customer, same Taurus as mine, same window problem. Of course, it broke on me. All right, so let me show you what I've replaced. And that's a lot of stuff. I basically just went crazy for a while. So let me show you what I did. So we have, which I know that looks like crap, but that's actually brand new. This has all been replaced. I did the pulley system just because I was like, what the, maybe something's going on over here. They're all brand new. Clean down there very well. You have your, I thought that could be having an issue. You got oil all over it, so I may end up go ahead and just replacing it, but I hate to replace parts unless I know. Right down there is your that crankshaft position sensor on this car, okay? So this is where I think my problem is at, though. One of the few things I haven't really got into yet because it's so far back in here. But I just don't think that would be the issue. I think it's that guy right there. It's causing all my problems. This stupid little thing right here. I'm gonna go into detail here in a few with you. And there's 2 gaskets inside there that will go bad. And if you look here, I just did replace this. This is from a different issue. This coil pack is brand new. I did pick up one hard miss, which is not related to what what's going on here. This is new here too. This could be a problem because a lot of these aftermarket ones have issues. Now, this is why you don't park gas on cars, because then you get all this aftermarket crap on your car that's not any good. So I don't know, that could be a problem too. So we'd have to backtrack some. So any suggestions? I'd love to hear. Work on cars this year. What you think's going on? I can almost hear a popcorn sound too. It's really odd. This always happens with these vehicles. It's like a popcorn noise. But I mean, I've struck out a lot on this car. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna figure it out today though. If you listen down in here, you almost hear like a popcorn noise going on in here. I mean, my injectors all look good. I cleaned this motor very good the other day. So I'm feeling we're gonna be taking all this stuff off. And what I was telling the guy the other day is, a lot of times what happens is behind here, we get all this buildup inside of here, and it's just a mess. So what I may have to do is pull this whole intake off of here. I got a feeling that's gonna be what's going on. So, yeah, I don't really want to, but I have a feeling I may be doing that. Like my cool repair job here too. Gotta love that. You gotta love it. So, does have a major oil leak. I know that. It burns oil like a sieve. So let's find the the IMC connector, I believe is what it's called. I'm starting to think, I wonder if this is there's 2 O-rings inside here, I believe, as well. I cannot figure this out, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's driving me insane. But I know one thing, I have never personally pulled this off. I have replaced that, I'm pretty sure. I've never personally did it, so I'm just trying to figure out where to begin. So, see, I mean, let me give you some background on this vehicle. This vehicle is in great shape, by the way. It really has no problems at all. Been driven like a grandpa his entire life. Sorry. You don't look at me, you look at a car. Filming myself, sorry. Anyway, I think this could be an issue. I really do. I've heard a lot about putting bad aftermarket parts on like this. This one has a ton of bad reviews at Advanced Auto Parts. No offense, Advanced, but it did. So, thinking that could be maybe an issue. Well, the problem is I replaced the EGR valve back here. This is all brand new stuff here. Oh, I hear a leak back here. Never heard that before. Y'all hear that? Anyway, I have some tests to go over. It explains a lot about, what this could be and how to figure it out. But I've really cleaned the car good, as you can see. So I got plenty of nice clean space to work. Yeah, popcorn sound. It's like cooking popcorn. It's like, old school popcorn maker. You can just hear it. It's just constantly just cooking away, popping away, So I'm going to have to remove this guy. Down up in here. All right, what I think I'm going to do is this. I get very far just letting this run, right? So, but I wanted you to be able to see. So what it'll do now, what it actually does is this. I don't know, if anybody else has any problems, just let me know. But you see here, so watch. I hold it, hold it about 1500 RPM. So now let it off of this. Now watch. See what I'm talking about. Now I can do a key on engine running test, no problem at all. Now we'll let off. Then I don't want to go doom, doom. Just pay attention to it. Give it a second. I can feel it now, starting to misfire a little bit. It's not really a miss, it's just a hesitation, which is, driving me insane. So let's put her in the drive. Watch this. When she's in drive. No, it's not something that with being under load causing this issue, right? Definitely not the case. Let's go ahead and let me get this. So it's one test on here I want you to see. So anyway, this is what I've got going on, particularly in my car. I actually got to get a scan tool out. Fuel system dirty, pull fuel injectors, repair any of these, CKP sensor malfunction. I feel like my car just tried to take off on me right then. It's dirty, contaminated. Oh, I mean, honestly, I'm telling you what's probably going on too. But they have a bunch of connectors right underneath where the gas tank's at. There's a Y connector. If you go in there and do your fuel pump, if you have an older Taurus like this, make sure you do those connectors in there. They're just O-rings. What happens is where they connect, O-rings rot out. That could be the whole issue. But if I'm going to do all that, I might as well do the fuel pump. I really don't want to, but I figure this car's been idled a ton. I know the history of the vehicle because it was my father's old car. And he idled it all the time, let it sit and idle, da-da-da-da. So the problem is, he's basically, really wore itself out, and just the gas has probably got a terrible straighter in there and all that. So let me go ahead. We'll kill this for now. We'll start it back up. I want you to see this. Fire's right up. Like I said, other than that little jumpy and the misfire on startup, we're perfect. No problems with the car. So this is a question. I'm about to sell it anyway, maybe. So should I fix it? I don't know. If we go through some of these repairs, it's all pretty much basic stuff. Wipe my camera off. Sorry, it's not doing very well. Hang on a second. You can't see much like that, can you? So let's see here. So these are just basically some of the confirmed fixes. If you have any of these problems here, not necessarily going to do a ton. I'm telling you, this is driving me crazy. It really is. I don't really need to see that. So what I'm probably going to be doing, honestly, is going to be right here. I have to go ahead and just start getting to it, right? Stop effing around and get it done. Dropping my papers everywhere. Hang on, bear with me. All right, so this is what I need right here. So got all my papers here. And we are going to... Let me get out of here. I can't do much. It's just no room in this little guy. I forgot how tiny this car was. Well, let's see if we can do some work back here in the trunk. Maybe I got some more room. Oh, man. You know what? Got to get the body out here first. Hang on 1 second. I'm joking. What if there was? It'd be crazy, wouldn't it? Anyway, so that's why I say you never know with the live streams here what you can see. So let's get this figured out. Basically, what I've heard a lot of, and I'm going to go through all this stuff here in 1 second. It's going to be this, and this is going to be this. So this is basically what I'm going to end up probably having to do today, unfortunately. Maybe not today, but I'm at least going to figure out where we're at. So I printed off too many, whatever. I don't know. The printer was acting crazy earlier, but right here we have this, okay? So I'm going to get this in order. Sorry about that one. Yeah, it goes over here. Yeah. So cool. And then we need the first couple pages as well. It'd be nice to have those, which are right here. Okay, so this is everything. So it's page 1. And you can say if you need to pause this or come back later, take a screenshot, go ahead and do it. So how to remove the upper intake manifold to get to the runner flap and get to everything I think I'm going to need to do. So this is all the way to step 1. And I'm going to show you this side too. Now, I'm not sure what your problem is. If you would like to type in the chat box what's going on, please feel free and give me any advice you think you got. I'd love to hear it. Like I said, I think you put everything back in reverse order. See, I just don't think this is a major problem here. But you know, I have never personally done this. I've had another mechanic do it. I don't necessarily trust a lot. He's kind of lazy, especially when it comes to my stuff, because he's AO. But hey, I might as well get it done and get it done right. Correct? Okay, it's a 2005 Ford Taurus. You see right here, PCM programming. I didn't know about this. This could be all it is. But then right here, if you look at this, I found intake runner control O-ring as well as upper plam leaking. Replace those seals, then perform PCM updates. Codes haven't returned, and car starts normal. This is pretty crazy. Programming the power crank control module, which I cannot do. I don't think. I'm gonna try it though on my computer. Why not? But I don't think I can. So this is what I'm talking about. This is the programming code, and this is exactly what my car is doing. Cold engine, hard start, no start, and slight has sturdy at idle. Well, that pretty much says it all. Equipped with 3.0 liter, which I do have, 2-valve engine, gas and FFV. May exhibit the following conditions: hard start, no start with engine cold, P0300 misfire, slight engine idle surge in 15 seconds, interval transmission low temperature below 100. All right, so what I'm going to do is just get my cheap reader out first, and we'll get see if we have code DT. Sorry, P0300 DTC 300 0300. So I think I do. Don't know. Well, let's see. So let me get my scan tool out first. Always get the cheap tool out first, just because I like to be able to do it. So let's say you don't have the luxuries of having a better scan tool like I do. Guess what? Hopefully you can still figure something out and give you some knowledge and learn something from my page. Either way, because you know what? I used to always have the scan tool. I had a really crappy one. And you know what? The crappy ones work great sometimes. I can show you the best one you can buy on the market. That's cheap. I'll maybe actually do a video on that later. I did locate it the other day. I can't believe I still had it saved. So let me reach in here and get my my dirt cheap one. Well, it's not dirt cheap, but I mean, it's cheap. What I'm doing for today, is going to be cheap. This actually reads live data. So this is really all I need on this car. But I like to be able to grab things. Oh, sorry, the huge long wire. I got the extension wire on here from my old ZX Pro I used to have. That was trash. Yeah, the old wire. I do like the wire. I do love having this wire extension right here. So I went ahead and just kept that. Figured they owed me for that trashy stuff they gave me. We are going to do right now is go and hook this guy up and go from there and see what we got. So get this plugged in here. He was trying to get this car thing. Oh, he's in the murder. So not my car. Anyway, just get it on plugged in, and we'll go ahead and get this key on, and we'll see what we got. Okay. Now remember, this vehicle it will pass a key on engine running test, which is KOER, KOER, key on engine running. Then you have a KOER test also, which is key on engine. So there we go. Scan tools going to town. Tell me if you got any codes. And no, we do not. We don't have any codes. Wow, nothing. We're even in the yellow, so it means we're almost near perfect. So, without any codes, I can't really do a whole lot. Other than, I can do this. We can go to the menu. We can go to, let's just go to live data. Let's go ahead and read the live data on this car, and we'll see what's happening from there. Okay, so we got live data. I'm not trying to do TPMS. Live data, go back. Okay, we'll do live data right here. So this will read the powertrain live data. This is all I need to do. If I need to get to the better scan tool, I can. But all I need to do is basically need to keep up with the long-term and short-term fuel trims is all. So we can do a custom draft. I'm not sure if anybody's ever, sorry, it's not touchscreen, so I'm trying to use my hand. So let's see. Anybody ever use one of these guys? Short-term fuel trim, so we can graph these. Okay, short-term fuel trim. We'll click on it. I think I gotta hit graph. Here we go. We'll do 2 graphs. We'll do 4 graphs. Okay. So we're gonna select the ones we want. Short-term fuel trim bank 1, and did it not work? Try it again. Short-term fuel trim. There we go. And short-term fuel trim bank 2. Now the way the test is, they're gonna go off and pinch off different sections. So, did I get this guy? Did I not get him? There we go. Okay. I think it's very glitchy today. Very glitchy. I don't know why. It's just cold. Maybe it gets. I don't get this. It's kicking myself all over the place. Anyway, let's go ahead and we'll do long-term field trim. Why not? Who cares? So we have short-term field trim. Bank 1. Did I get this guy? No, not the ECT. Sorry. Yeah, I do have short-term field trim. Bank 2. I don't have bank 1 though, long term. Let's just do this, okay? And we're going to superimpose all this entire graph. All right, so you look at this right here. Now, see what kind of correction we have. So I'm doing this all with the older scan tool, just for purposes of everyone else. You see on startup, there was a quick kick, pretty quick kick, wasn't it? Sorry, I'm just getting over the flu too, guys. It's been out for a while. Yeah, so all we're paying attention to, right, is the blue line and the yellowish green line, okay? Keep your eyes on the blue and yellow green line. Try to get less blur if I can. I'm sorry, it's not the best. One thing about these cheaper scan tools, they just got that glare to them. As you can see, we're all over the place. So right now, we're at a 18 to 14% correction on short term. Here, you can hear it jumping again too. You see it? So it's just like this. Well, I did this from the beginning. I wanted you to see everything that's going on here. You can actually feel that surge, right? So that surge is causing this to happen as well. Do you see that? So that means we 1,000%. Oh no, did I lose you? I almost lost you guys. That means we 1,000% have some type of issue with an air leak. We have to. Like I said, the blue and the yellow, you see how they're dipping like that? Now look, the long term, if you look, pretty good, but you should not have that crazy surge and that idle. So that's a problem. I need to get that fixed. Now, if it is what I think it is, it may be in good shape here. All right, let me get adjusted. I'm going to go over how to diagnose this. I'm going to rev it up, hold it at 1,500 RPMs. And we'll see now what type of correction we have. That's what it calls for to do in the manual. I think it's 1,500. It may be 25, but either way. Now, if you actually look, short-term fuel trims have somewhat corrected themselves, but they're still off. There we go. That's an updated graph here finally, okay? So, see the correction? Now, the other short term's doing pretty good, but it's still jumping around. I don't like how it's jumping around like that. Hold it 2,500 RPMs to see if that helps. This should help overcompensate the correction, hopefully. So bank 2 is looking pretty good. Still, it's not where I want it to be. You know, you can tell we have a problem here. We have a problem in Houston. These long-term fuel trims are perfect. Why is it just short-term? Well, I want to show you why here. Well, I'm going to attempt to show you why, if I can figure this out. So right now, what we're going to do is this. Like I said, don't get me wrong, guys. If you guys are having this problem, I have not figured this out yet myself. I think I got it figured out because I just did a whole bunch of paperwork, and I think I got it narrowed down, but I'm not saying this is the fix. So let's go ahead and just let that do its thing, but we're all over the place. Yeah, it's nothing like, you know, we're on just about any car and you can't figure out your own vehicle. It's almost kind of embarrassing. You see how nicely these fuel trims are right here? There's really not any type of major correction in the long term. That's why I graphed them both so you can see the difference. I mean, that long-term fuel trim is beautiful how it's holding. Same over here. Beautiful. Look at short term, it's all over the place. Same over there, all over the place. It's even going down to negative, which should definitely not be doing. Still a little bit of a jump into that graph. We got major corrections now. You see that? Yeah, that's a problem. So anyway, I hope that somewhat makes sense. I don't even know how any other way to describe it. I mean, in fact, it kind of blows my mind. I don't have any clue what's going on. I hear the yard master dickwads. I love these guys. Store my property anytime they can. They're the ones scratching my truck on the back. So right here is what we got. We're gonna go here. So right here is what I think we got going on. Could be one of the issues. So basically, this is misfire the startup, vacuum leak, and this is the intake running flat. My vacuum leak could not get an O-ring to complete it. This tells you actually you can get a Chrysler V6 3.6 cartridge filter. If it's perfect, the old filter fits for 2014 and above. It's the O-ring to complete the gasket is in that old filter. Is what he's saying. I don't know why you buy that. I don't think that part's that much, but it might be in us. It may not be to find it though. Is what he's saying. I don't know. So these are all stuff that's off of an official website. I pay a lot of money for. Yeah, it's the same here. Intake runner seal. Remove the upper plenum and replace the plenum. Two intake seals also. Car had over until getting 2 weeks of plenum seal. Okay, so anyway, that makes sense. Go ahead and do that. Probably just do the intake. Pull the intake off here and we'll get down to it. So if you look here, this is very important. This is what we need to do. So this is the main issue. So anyway, we have a malfunction indicator lamp. And it affects all these vehicles here. This is called a technical service bulletin. It's only intended for trained auto technicians. So, I'm showing it to you guys. I want you to see what goes on in the automotive world. It's kind of crazy, huh? They won't give you this information, I promise. When a vacuum leak is present, geo sensors, massive flow sensors, and PCM placements are not effective repair when a vacuum leak is causing above DCs. No duh. On the inspections and the codes, fuel corrections. Okay, right here, it's freeze frame and adaptive fuel values associated with the long fuel trim PID will not be available. Okay, freeze frame data will indicate the engine and ambient conditions and DC set. These are important because vacuum leaks may occur only within a specified temperature range. It must be duplicated to detect the leak. Fuel trims at idle wear particularly sensitive to vacuum leaks since the unmetered air leakage flow is a higher percentage of total airflow at idle than at part throttle. Does that make sense? So, then it says perform preliminary inspection, retrieve the record and record DCs in freeze frame. At the adaptive fuel tables must be integrity. The DCs are continuous. Sorry, I was checking what the hell's going on here. These guys are always out here screwing around when I'm out here. So annoying. For visual inspection, look for disconnected, broken, cracked vacuum hoses, which I've done. Check all your PCB elbows or cracks on this connection for a vehicle that has correct PCB valve installed. Suspect vacuum leak is found. See step 4. Each vehicle application requires a PCV valve calibrated for that vehicle. Watercraft parts are strongly recommended. Also, there will be a normal vibration and fuel trims from the vehicle to vehicle. Vacuum leak is present. So set up the scan tool and monitor. So basically start at the end and run auto with all accessories off. Gear lever and neutral park, run engine. Matches the corresponding freeze frame data. This will duplicate the customer's engine operating temperature. Okay, so basically you want to get to whatever the code was set for the freeze frame data. That's what it's saying. Prevent high T and IAT temperatures when necessary. Engine temperature stabilizes during test. It may be. When the correct banks and trims are added together, do not add the long-term fuel trim and long-term fuel trim 2. Bank 1 long-term fuel trim equals plus 13. Short-term fuel trim equals plus 23. Total correction on the banks plus 36, and plus 13 plus 23 equals 36. So 24 on bank 2 is 3%. Total fuel correction on bank 2 is plus 21. New steady lean code. We'll have total corrections around 20%. That's about where we're at. So it depends on calibration. That's what it's saying. So anyway, right here, so depress and hold the throttle pedal to maintain RPM at 2,500. Okay, there are PIDs with engine RPM. If you record long-term fuel trim, long-term fuel trim, which I just did, 1 and 2. Do not observe. I hold the engine RPM at 25 for more than 20 seconds. Release pedal and repeat it more times as necessary to record PIDs. Determine total fuel correction at 2,500 RPMs by adding the long for the associated short-term fuel trims. If the fuel correction decreases more than 15%, example 31% on idle, bank one, but hang on, was it 31% on idle on bank 1, but change to 12%, 21 RPMs at bank 2, 90% then vacuum leak is likely present. So do you understand what that's saying right here? So go ahead and we'll go check that right now. So I'm going to do exactly what I just said. I'm going to check it out and see what happens. So this is telling me right here. So I was trying to find it earlier. So determine total fuel correction at. I'm doing door shut. These fucking idiots. Oh, my door is open. Let me close my door. Yeah, see, they got some new staff. That's good. They scratch. This is what the problem is, by the way. Right there. Right on my bumper. No, they know they did it. They're trying to stay here and tell you what, I know my vehicle. I don't have a scratch on it. I get back from MGM and all of a sudden I got a big scratch right down my bumper. Clearly I don't understand. Not my first rodeo. So let's go ahead and get this done though. Just frustrating every time I'm trying to come here and do something, these guys pop up. I almost forgot today's Tuesday, isn't it? Duh. Maybe it's my fault. I'm not blaming anybody. Accidents happen, but don't lie about it. Take accountability. When you scratch up my stuff, you better say, hey, I did it. Oh, man. It's not the end of the world, Then they try not to pay for it. It's because it's like a $2,000 scratch. Anyway, let's check these fuel trims out, guys. So right now, get a better view. So we got short term and long term. Short term, long term, right? So hold up at 2,500 RPM. Let's see what it says do. So it says do this, okay? So. Long-term fuel trim, long-term fuel trim 2. We got them both. Bank 1, bank 2. Short form term fuel trim, bank 1, bank 2, right? Yep, that's exactly right. Like what I thought. Do not hold the engine's RPM 20 seconds. Release pedal, repeat more times. This is in horror. Can determine total fuel correction at 2,500 RPMs by adding the. Okay, so the long terms to the associated short terms, okay? Increases more than 15%. Example was plus 31 idle. Bank 1, but change to plus 12. And 2,500 RPMs on bank 1. It increased from 90%. Then bank 1. Okay, did you understand what that says? Let's go ahead and run the test real quick. 2,500 RPMs. You can see that correction. That's the correction right there. Right there. So it actually tells it for you on here. It's pretty neat. Pretty neat, actually. So it does actually tell you what the correction is. Wow, pretty cool. Never knew that. So on short trim, we have a 32 correction to minus 25. I think it even tells you the maximum. Wow, interesting. Sorry about that. Buddy, always me just a call, right? My videos. Can y'all still hear me? Y'all can. Hey, if y'all can't hear me, let me know. Okay, say something. Stupid phone call does it every time. So you can see that was a pretty drastic adjustment. You see right there? The same over here. Massive correction. I'm a little bit higher than 2,500, but and there she goes again, acting all crazy. So, as you can see, it is very stressful and irritating, but I mean, this is going to be the death of me in this car. So, anyway, pretty sure, like I said, so this happens. We have now figured out the problem. Okay, so clearly we have a problem. So, there's a few ways, right? And it just blows my mind. That's that does that. You know, I wonder if I'm throwing a coach at. That's because I should be by now. I really should be. Sometimes it takes a few starts, but still no codes. That's what's so crazy. I bet you my other computer has a code on it. I'm about to break it out in 1 second. Imagine it takes a few starts with this dumb car to do it. See, and it kind of gets better as it gets warm. I'm not gonna lie, but problem, where is the problem coming from? It could be the gas tank. I believe I've checked, I've changed almost all my stuff underneath here. I know I got a hose back here that is a little bit loose. I just kind of temporarily had it on there for right now. I took all this down, checked all that stuff down there, checked all the connectors, put a new rubber hose on here. It looks like it's still holding. I don't see it hanging off, so that's a good thing. It wasn't the right hose, but you know, video back is a temporary hose, but it's doing the job. It should be right. And I don't hear any type of leak back here, so I'm pretty sure we're good. It's got to be underneath that fuel tank, I bet you. But the first thing I want to try is the one thing I think could be it. This is literally the one thing I think is it. Reason being is because I have not fixed this part yet. One of the few things I have not fixed on this car. Everything else I know it's done right, so this is not ever been replaced right here. So, and as you can see, this is a pretty big issue. There's a gasket inside there. 2 gaskets, 1 and 2. I should have another page printed off that shows the actual gasket. Maybe I don't. If I do, great. If I don't, I'll have to go get that printed off, maybe. Get it later. I thought I had made sure I printed that darn page off. Oh, shoot. I don't have it printed, I don't think, guys. Either way, let me just put these up real quick. This is what it looks like. Oh, I already know what it is, so I don't really need that print off. All the stuff back here, and of course, when the one thing you need, you don't have. You know how that goes. But still, I'm definitely interested in some of this information I found today. So this is your intake valve runner. This is a common problem up in here. This where this valve is at. There's a flap, the runner control IRC, it leaks. Okay, but I don't see anything there. These are just different confirmed fixes. Under plutonium leaking, replaces seals. Okay, so these are all the reflash suggested. There's a lot about doing the reflash. That could be your issue. Intake manifold runner, tuning valve O-rings, over and over and over. Replace the O-rings. These are all confirmed fixes. Okay, so let's find this part right here. So what we're gonna need to find here and get that situated. I believe that is that guy way in the back, possibly, or it is not the guy in the back. It's the guy in the front, which would be better. This guy in the front. Pause. Sorry about that. Y'all hear me now? My video paused out. I hope it wasn't paused long. Jesus. That happens a lot. Usually when somebody calls, we'll get moving. We'll just stop real quick. Make sure where we're at on my short-term fuel trims again. So right now, short-term fuel trim, let's just see. Wow, big corrections. Oh, it's from really big corrections. That's very odd. Why is there such a huge correction? I don't understand that at all. Major corrections now. I wasn't doing that a second ago. There's something I touched underneath there. It did not like me touching it. So, they're not plugged back in and everything. You know what? I don't think it did. Give me 1 second. Let me just make sure I plugged it back in and everything. I could not have. That could be my fault. I don't know. I do not know. Everything is plugged in good, though. I will say that. I will say this real quick. So, everything's plugged in good. But we have a major correction issue going on now. Major. Let's check it one more time. Yes, it's short-term fuel trim bank 2. We have a major issue on bank 1. Let's just take it for a quick spin. Nothing crazy. Just see how it does. So I can show you guys how great this car really drives. It's insane. Like I said, it's not a major issue. 90% of people who are buying cars wouldn't even know it. But it's bothersome to me. I mean, it's something so simple. This is affecting the value on a resale of a car in this kind of condition quite a bit, right? Somebody wants to buy a car with the engine light on, even though it's not on right now, it will come on. And then, of course, they'll be like, oh, you lied to me. So it gets down. This is a hell of a nice car. And it's got, let's see how many miles, 104,000 miles, if that. I mean, come on, you can't beat that if you want to. On a Ford Taurus. 104,508 miles. It does great. Oh, got my flashlight. So, it purrs like a kid. It really does. Idle's perfect. This is just an issue at I think I say lower RPMs, but I gotta. Squirrel! I almost got him. I don't necessarily like to kill squirrels. I don't really like them either. But hey, I don't want to just kill them. I'm not a killer like that. You know what I mean. They are bothersome animals. I'll tell you that. Still got the nice Ford Taurus boat-like turn to it. All brand new tires. Really annoying seatbelt buckle. There's that crazy squirrel. You see him? Hey, what is he doing? He's all over the place. So anyway, we're just taking a quick spin. Show you how the car runs. Here come the trash man. In a second to leave, yay. But yeah, either way. So we're looking pretty good. Let me get back here. Like I said, drives great. Drives amazing. Nothing wrong with this car, other than a little issue with a slight stutter. And I'm about to just say heck with it. You know. We'll say this: I stutter worse in the car. But yeah, but I love to hear. Anybody thinks they know what's going on with this, I love to hear you. I may part guess at it. I may not though, because I really don't need to. I think it has to do with the fuel pump system, the whole filter and stuff. It's just old. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna repark my Beautiful ride. Like I said, even when I'm in reverse and drive setting, I mean, there's nothing. It's a little funny with the shift. Could just be me. We'll get it back into a spot here. And we'll give it a rest for you. Go back and we'll tire shoes, right? Great thing to teach yourself whenever you work on cars. Take a break, tie your shoes. And you'll learn a lot from that. Not going at something 24/7 all the time. It's not going to fix your problem necessarily. As you can see, it's like near perfect right now, right? I mean, 90% of the people on here probably like, what is this guy even trying to fix? His car is fucking perfect. And you're right, it is. You're right, it is perfect. But the problem is this. There is a problem, and I know it's a problem. And that engine light will come back on sooner or later. So, it may not hurt. I'm getting on, guys. Maybe throw some fuel treatment in there and see what happens. Maybe it'll fix it. Who knows? Probably not. Probably not. But, you know, I'm running out of options here. So, clearly that valve is doing its job. That's why when I cover it, it shuts the car off. Because it is working. So, that's what's so bothersome. And that was that one part way back there in the back. I've never been able to quite access. But if I was going to do that, you're talking about doing several $1,000s worth of work to this car. I don't think it needs it. I think it can sell just like it is perfectly. I mean, this car's in great shape. Check it out. I mean, it's near perfect. It really is. Like I said, this car was maintained really nicely. Never been smoked in. I got that piece for that. It just glues back on. But as I said, I only got one little rip here on one seat in the front. That sucks. But other than that, so that's a nice car. I just got to wipe it down a little bit and clean it up. Other than that, it does its job. And like I said, all brand new tires. So I may just let somebody else deal with this issue, honestly, because I'm really getting over it. Let's see if I shut this off one last time. Let's just see if it'll actually surge again on me. Usually when it's warm, I won't do it. Still a little bit, just that extra zzz. But it kind of idles out. I want to see if it'll go to the surge though. The zzz, 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 zzz. Yeah, so the problem is going to be this one. Likely get back behind there, get the auto body off, clean up in the dirt, get by the EGR valve and try to clean the tubing out. Don't ever put seafoam in these vehicles, not these Tauruses. It will not like you. This is made for flex fuel. And honestly, I may just need a simple update, really. This is such a mild misfire. I remember my father telling me a long time ago he did miss one of the recalls or whatever it was, and it could have been for that. See, he said it was something about the flex fuel. Doesn't use it anyway, but I think it was this right here due to this little misfire problem. Slight surge coming back there, right there. Yeah, if he missed that, then hey, I could be out of a update, and I'm pretty sure I can't do it on my auto machine. You probably get on the computer. They only find the stuff and do it. I don't have time for all that. Like I said, brand new tires though. I mean, this car, like I said, I can't show you the back. It's got my name on it. It's got my real name on it. I'm just kidding. From my family's dealerships. This is the only reason I've hung on to it so long. But I do love this car. It's a beautiful car. Beautiful shape. Beautiful tires. My mom doesn't even want this car. A crazy mom. She doesn't even want it. She's like, no, I don't want it. It's a Taurus. I'm like, whatever. She wants the Subaru I gave her. It's so terrible. Hey, when a mechanic tells you you should take a car, you should take that car. Just people just don't get it. You know. Well, a trustworthy mechanic that's your son. Probably should go ahead and get that car, you know. But hey, since she's got the Subaru now, she's put like 15 grand into it, fixing those wheel bearings. I told her not to. Anyway, love you, Mom. You're watching. Okay. I also made your video private. Hey, my mom is the first person ever to get caught on Google Maps. I don't know how she gets caught on Google Maps. She's looking as crazy as can be, coming out of her house. And, you know, on Google Maps, it's supposed to blur people out or whatever. But she's still on Google Maps. She's like the Google Map queen. It's too funny. So, anyway, I just thought that was something that blew my mind. But yeah, all this, it's not being put to bad use, so I'll probably be pulling that valve cover off. I got a feeling, probably sooner or later. So the vehicle runs fine. It's not that bad. The misfire's gone, that's for sure. That's the main reason I had to check on that. So I'm glad I got that cool pack situated. But yeah, it's no point in really doing. I'm just going through some of the stuff. No point in doing some of this other stuff. If you have any questions or tips, feel free to leave them in the comment sections. If you actually watch the video this long, congratulations. I'm just trying to see if the gentleman ever made it off another day. If you're on there, you still have a couple questions. I'm still on here. About to hop off. Okay, it will not be available if it can. OBD2 reset with recent performed. So I'm not even sure if I tagged this video or anything before I put it out. I was rushing. Oh, I did. Yeah. Yep. So I maybe end up switching this channel over soon. Just having some issues with how the niche has been since, it's just I'm not getting the views I need. And the problem is, if I get on another channel, they go crazy. Makes no sense. They've changed their niche so much on here. Now, I don't, like I said, I'm just gonna have to stick to one or the other with these things. Like, I do a lot of part-time vape videos. I can do a video on everything, honestly, but it still throws off everything. So people don't get to see stuff they want to see. And everybody's phone now has security settings on them. So, so even if this guy wanted to see the live stream, I want to be able to get it to him because his phone's not going to give him a notification from YouTube. It happens all the time. So that's why I'm so point. But I hope this video helped. These are a common issue. So what I'll do later too is I'll split these videos up. So I'll do several things in the same video while I'm live. We'll go from there. But I got to get to work. I got to call back customer. She knows she is. Got a Kia. See what's going on with that. These right here, these seem fine, right? Like I said, we'll get a code for like a cylinder misfire. Sure enough, can't really tell anything's wrong with them at all. But they tend to fail in here, especially the aftermarket ones. Well, I said, don't buy aftermarket stuff, put it on your car unless you have to, because it is much better to have, Ford Motorcraft stuff. It really is. Got a bunch of stuff at my house. I am going to try to stick the EGR valve back on this car because that's what it feels like. Not EGR valve, sorry, the throttle control. That just doesn't feel right to me. Ever since I changed it, I've read a lot of bad things about it. And actually on All Data, they had an issue with that. So I'm going to do an actuator test now real quick. We'll have a few more minutes, see if it comes on before I get to my next jobs coming up. Let's see if it'll let me do the actuator test on this guy. It probably won't. Let's just see. Yeah, it just shows the actuators are working. Yeah, evaporative emission canister vent valve. Increase to decrease. Anyway, continue here. Active test. Let's see if it'll work. You can actually hear it. Hear that thing going? It's pretty crazy. I can actually hear it going right now. Listen. It is actually kicking. It's working still. I can hear it. I can hear it doing its thing. So it is actually doing its job. That's pretty crazy. So we definitely know that valve was working like it should. Definitely know that. Sometimes it's good to do this just because. So now that's working like it should. I think it's a new valve on there. Actually, I'm pretty sure it is. That is actually a new valve. All right. I'm going to turn it on and off. Here we go. Turn it on and off this time. See what it does here. All right, on. On. Off. Okay, cool. Excellent. Good to go there. So, evaporative emissions minister valve. This is the one I think we have the problem with that. Let's try this. Oh, I can actually hear it over there. That's crazy. I didn't know this computer could do all this. It's definitely working, so that's a good thing. Yeah. That is the craziest thing. I can actually hear that guy. That is so crazy. I never knew I could. This did all this before. Not on the computer, at least. I didn't know that. Oh, all right. On and off now. Try this guy. What I'm curious to do is try to run it after this and see what it does also. So you can hear it clicking. Listen over here. Can you hear that? Pretty cool. Wow. I can hear it going on and off, so even better. We can go back there. That means that's working good. Okay, EGR valve. You can hear that guy going. I don't really hear that EGR. But, you know, sometimes you can't hear everything. So I'll go back. We can hear fan control. Turn the fans on. Turn the fans off. Okay, fans are working good. Fuel prop increase, decrease. Why not? Try to get to this is why I take my main prop that anyway. I really do. So I can hear that guy pumping away. That's for sure. Don't like that. I don't think it does at all. It does mean everything's working like it should, though. That is so crazy. I can hear it kicking on. All right, we'll kick it back off. That's probably not a good thing. Probably spraying gas everywhere. Back, bro. I'm joking. Let's go back. Yeah, this is the craziest thing ever. Fuel pump on off. I don't know. All right, come on. I didn't know this could do all this. I'm sorry. Just kind of having a little fun here, wasn't it? There we go. Kicking on lovely. Off. Off. All right, so it's definitely working. That's good. Good to go there. Okay. Gear commanded. I don't think so. Not doing that, guy. Underwear control valve. Oh, I definitely want to test this. So. All right, let's see. I think the engine must be running for this guy, probably, if I had to guess. So. Yeah, so that's one of the things I think I'm having an issue with, but injector 1, injector 2, injector 3, 4, 5, 6. Pressure control engine must be running. Let's go here. I do like to do these tests here. Give it some gas to get all that other rusty stuff out of here that I just did. Out of the engine. Clear up. Do not like me turning all that stuff on. Say that. No. It did not like me messing with all these things on this test. That's so crazy. I don't know why I did not. It did not like it, I'll tell you that. It was doing that for sure. I did not like that. I will be honest with you. If I trigger the code now, the thing was running bad. So that's why, all goes back to Lee. I really think something to do with this fuel pump, because as soon as I mess with the fuel pump, it's really loud. It's just never been done. You can hear it's like, it's extremely loud. Right now, I'm just making sure everything's cleaned out now. So I shut it off because I had it running there perfect, and I was messing with everything one last time. So I did have a heavy miss, like I said a while back. These are your issues right here. They fail frequently. It'll say like A, B, C, D, E, F. Yeah, so it says one of those primary circuits or whatever bad, more than likely you know what your problem is and to get it situated. It's going to be your, not the wires usually, but this thing right here, the cool pack. So it seems like we're doing good now after all that craziness I just did with the fuel pump. Other than that, we're looking good. So I did not like all the stuff I was doing to it. But, this is how you figure things out. So essentially all I did was I kind of flooded the system, which is cool. Like I said, or I'm onto something where a couple of the things that did not hear doing much was idle control valve, and it could be. That's just a bad product for the throttle. What's it called? Right now, I can't think. Irritated at all. Yeah, back to this, where we just left. Oh, square one. So the idle air control is a little different than the not EGR, but the throttle. Not throttle. Damn. I can't think of that one. Where are my keys to? That's really blowing my mind. I don't have my keys to my truck. That is not good. I found my keys to my truck. Where'd they go to? Oh, they in my other car. Oh, yeah. So what I was going to do, too, today I was trying to put these light bulbs in this car. I don't think I'm even going to do that here. I have no idea where I'd put them in on here. You guys are really cool lights. I don't want to mess them by sealing up on my truck, trying to figure out how to put them on here. I don't want to do that. I have no idea how to get the ceiling down on these Fords. I'm not going to go yanking on it out there, that's for sure. But really, it blows my mind. This is going to be such a complete pain in the butt, I'll tell you that, and figure out. We'll see my keys over here. So, check over here real quick. Trying to leave them in the car. I do have that, though. How come? Oh, here they are, right here. They are in the car. Yeah, I found them right here. We got these guys. All right, so we'll have a second part to this series, I guess, with the fix on this. So this is the problem. I'm going to find out what the repair is. Great well with that program. And I'm actually going to call in today to speak to a Ford Master Tech. Is what I want to do. Because I have the benefits of doing that stuff. I'm going to ask him to see what he says, okay? But other than that, he runs like a top. Like right now, smooth as the whistle. No problem at all. Even after I played with it and everything else. So I'm going to rev it up, like I said, one more time, just 25. Hold it there. Let's see, we have a drastic air leak. I don't think we do though. See how perfectly that holds at 25? I mean, it's so perfect, it's almost embarrassing, it really is. I'm gonna let off. Like I said, it's just so minor, it's almost unfathomable. What is going on here? Yeah, I don't know. Go up there in the comments. Sorry, it's kind of a long video, but wish I could tell you more today, but I can't. So I'm gonna take my time. I've changed. I'll tell you everything I've changed real quick. Changed the sensor down there. I've changed the gasket in here. That's tight. I know that for a fact. I've changed almost everything. everything. From fuel, pressure, sensor to the sending in. I've cleaned out. I mean, I'm just gonna have to do the gas tank. I know there's a wide connector above the gas tank. These door rings fall apart. There's a few things I haven't done. Other than that, I pretty much done it all. So I gotta go take care of a few of my customers, but either way, hope that helps. And as always, smash that like for me if this helped you at all. If not, oh well, I don't care. But anyway, have a good day and good luck. Hope you get to check it out later, my man. If you didn't get to see it, I was hoping you could ask me questions. I don't know why I don't have any. Usually, there's some people talking, but hey, we'll see you guys on the next one. Okay? I really wanted to put these light bulbs in. I really did. I really did. I don't know how to get into my car. Check them out. They're really cool. And they're red. They're red. I don't know how to get in there. I really don't. I don't want to break it up. Decided to get a direct hit form and had to get into the ceiling of this Ford. Don't mess it up. This is my car. I'm not going to mess it up. Does that make sense? Nope, definitely not going to mess up my own truck. I'm trying to pop that back guy off and see if I can hop into there real quick. But I'll do that on some other time. I'm going. Peace. Hope that helps.